It's now time for the Salem Tiger Sports pregame show on KSMO Radio 95.7 and online at ksmoradio.com, featuring Tiger Talk with Coach Barnes and Stan Stevens. Tiger Talk comes up next in just a moment.
I'm Tamron Hall. Why give your family just ordinary eggs when they can enjoy the best? Eggland's Best. The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition compared to ordinary eggs. With 6 times more vitamin D, 10 times more vitamin E, 25% less saturated fat, and 38% more lutein. Because the way we care is anything but ordinary. Only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens and Coach Bryson Barnes, coach of Salem football Tigers, matched up with the Ava Bears. We knew Ava was a very good team coming in, but I don't think anybody expected to see the quickness and the agility that their running backs had. They really were able to show their speed and I guess very good play calling, too, because they really had the Tigers kind of confused that whole first half. You just got to tip your cap to Ava. They had a very good game plan, and they executed it.
Yeah, they ran their option well, and it kind of led to play action pass there later in the second quarter. They were able to get outside and hit the option inside and dive. So all around they did a really good job, and defensively as well, sending pressure and just being smart and coordinated with that. So they did a great job all around.
You know, we talked a little bit earlier, and the one thing you can't teach is speed, and that's one thing that they had. The Ryland Dixon kid really impressed me with his speed, and not only on offense but on defense, Coach. He was all over the field, but I think the play that stands out most, if anybody watched it, was when Metcalf got away after that really nice pass from Du Bois that he just took right out of the defender's hands and took off. And he caught him in about 25 to 30 yards. And, Coach, that's hard to do when you have a guy who's got good speed like Metcalf, but he came out from the other side of the field, caught him. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was a great effort play. That's one of those things where, it's about not coaching effort. That's just something that you have as a player, and that was a great example of that. And, despite all those things, I was really proud of how we came out there in the second half and played. It's obviously difficult at times, but I thought that defense tightened things up a little bit, and then overall, I just thought our effort was better. So we just got to again get together all 4 quarters. But no, they definitely had the athleticism and the speed, and it definitely showed.
And when you have 2 weapons like they did with Tyson Tidwell and Dixon, of course, and then they were mixing up their quarterbacks, which can also be confusing to the defense because you got one a lefty and one a righty. That does make a difference when you watch the guys go back and where they move on offense. So as a defensive player, you have to adjust to that guy, don't you?
Yeah, you just got to be aware of their tendencies. What each player likes to do when you get it pulled up on film, and certain ways they like to run the ball, prefer to run the ball, prefer to throw it, etc. And I thought, besides the deep shot touchdown, I thought we kind of kept some of their shorter pass games in check. We're able to come fill up and fly up the alley and stop it. So, you're right. Got to be able to key those types of things.
And even the coverage on the pass to Dixon was good coverage. That ball was just perfectly thrown to the outside where only Dixon could catch it. Coach, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Yeah, exactly. No, they did a great job executing, and that ball placement was great. Decent positioning, still should have been better offline scrimmage on our part. Should have been a little bit tighter, a little bit closer, but no, they did a good job. And with that type of team, they do so much in the backfield. And get your eyes caught there for a split second to get you vulnerable deep. So, again, they did a great job.
And I thought Caden Du Bois had some good pass plays in the game. He hit Jamal Metcalf with that one. As I mentioned, he kind of battled their defender for the ball and was able to take it away and got 55 yards out of that one. And then a nice slant to Cash Howard, another very nice play for the Salem Tigers. We just did not have enough of them or enough where the guys would hang on to the ball. And that's something that, we always talk about. You got to make the plays when they're in front of you. Sometimes the pass may not always be perfect, but you got to help out your quarterback, and sometimes you do rely on that.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think that's something that is getting there, but still not the consistency that we want with receptions and catching. And I think also we have to do a better job of protecting up front with blitzes, and when they're being aggressive, if they're going to be aggressive, that leaves us one-on-one opportunities on the outside. And so, we have to be able to get open, win our one-on-one matchup, make the catch, but also, give the quarterback just enough time to get the ball out. And also we got to, be aware too and know that we might not have all the time in the world and to get the ball out quickly and commit to a target and go. So, all those types of small things, I think, really hampered us offensively. But something that we've talked about a lot this week, and we have some solutions for that we discussed with the guys as well going forward.
And I thought Salem Tigers stayed very disciplined. I know it was kind of a one of those games that you just kind of put your hands in your head and say, we're better than this, and we just didn't come out and do it. But I thought we were much more disciplined than Ava. Ava had a lot of penalties in that game, and I thought we stuck right with our game plan. We didn't get those penalties, and they got 65 yards of penalties. I think we had 10 or 15. Coach, sometimes I'm watching some of these teams in high school, and we kind of saw it at Thayer. They're kind of getting a little bit out of control at times, aren't they?
Yeah, that's one thing, compared to last year, where it felt like we had way too many penalties. We've coached that a lot. In practice, we feel like we see a hold, or we obviously a false start, or a neutral zone, or a pass interference. We try to call it, and then we communicate that, you can't do X, Y, Z. And so I think, comparatively to last year, our penalties are down by a lot. Turnovers are okay, but still, too many for our liking. But, I think that the discipline is something that we've been trying to work on a lot with not only alignment and assignment, but also, again, just those dumb penalties that can ruin plays, drives, swing momentum, et cetera.
And it seems to be contagious. You see it in high school, you see it in college. I mean, you watch college games, you're seeing these unsportsmanlike conduct penalties or late hits where the guy's already out of bounds. And you kind of wonder, now, the coaches are telling these guys, and it's a split-second decision. I know it's a fast game. But I thought the game with Thayer got a little bit chippy, and then with Ava, there's a couple times I thought that they were getting a little bit chippy in the first half. And then it seemed to settle down in the second half, and the game just played without incident. But you really hope that kind of thing, is eliminated from both teams, so that they go out there, play football hard, play it the way it's supposed to be played, and then let's see who wins the game.
Exactly. Yeah, keep it between the white lines, keep it between the whistle. And define line, talk with your face mask, and at the end of the day, that scoreboard, is going to be the ultimate, truth right there. So, no, exactly. I think sometimes some teams, players, etc., will kind of see what the older guys, in college and professionals are doing, and they can get away with it as well. But I think that's something we're trying to work on, is that discipline, and I think it's definitely better in regards to penalties from last year.
When we come back, we'll talk about the Bears at Willow Springs, and we return on Tiger Talk in just a moment.
Purple Wave Auction is conducting a Bobcat of St. Louis inventory reduction auction on Tuesday, September 29th. Items include trade-ins and rentals, loaders, mini excavators, Versa handlers, utility vehicles, attachments, and accessories. All items will sell with no reserve. Bidding is open now and will end Tuesday, September 29th at 10 a.m. For detailed pictures, descriptions, seller contact information, and the complete sale bill, visit www.purplewave.com.
Ad paid for by USA Veteran Law Group. Attention Marines, if you or a loved one lived or worked at Camp Lejeune for more than 30 days between 1953 and 1988, you were exposed to drinking water contaminated with benzene and other highly carcinogenic chemicals, causing those exposed to develop devastating health conditions. You may qualify for significant compensation if you have been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, bladder, kidney, or liver cancer, or other serious health conditions. Get justice. Call 844-982-0001 or visit usaveteranlawgroup.com.
Now, back to more of Tiger Talk on KSMO.
Welcome back to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens, Coach Bryson Barnes, Coach Salem Tigers, still looking for that first win. Travel down to Willow Springs to take on the Bears. The Tigers and the Bears, this goes back a long way. These two teams, they play well against each other at Willow Springs. It's always a tie ball game. I expect nothing different tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at their team with ours, we think it's a good matchup across the board. Personnel-wise especially. So we think, it's a great opportunity this week for our guys to go out and get our first win as a team. Exactly. I mean, it's always a good game. We want to get momentum early and run with it and not give them a chance to get back into it. So that's our mindset. And we think, again, we got good matchups in certain positions that we're going to try to take advantage of.
What can we expect to see out of the Willow Springs on offense tonight, Coach?
Yeah, Willow Springs, they like to go kind of a 2-by-2, maybe 3-by-1 formations here or there. Kind of a tight end fullback. It's off the line of scrimmage, kind of their H-back, fullback, if you will. Some triple option type stuff, inside zone, some jet motion across, inverted veer, and then they'll hit you with their occasional passes. So nothing too out of the ordinary on offense. And then, they got some good playmakers. Quarterback number 7, one of the better athletes for sure. He gets he can make some plays. And then 30, the running back, is one that always runs hard. Number 5 out at wide receiver seems to be a good playmaker for them. So definitely some things to keep in mind for us. But we like our guys in the matchup.
And defensively, Coach, what have you seen from Willow Springs so far this year that the Tigers need to be aware of?
Yeah, defensively looks like a 4-2-5 defense. Sometimes the D linemen will kind of move around with their alignment. Sometimes you get an over front. Sometimes you get double B gaps, double C gaps. They'll put their backers there in the A gaps. And then they like to send them some aggression there up front, kind of similar to last week in regards to blitzing. So we kind of saw, Ava's a really good team, and then blitz, and kind of what we could do to fix some of those mistakes and pick up the blitz a little bit better this week. So hopefully, we'll be able to handle that. And outside of that, again, I think offensively we have things that we like versus their look, and we're looking forward to it.
We have seen in the past where Willow Springs would almost blitz on virtually every play. Are they doing that, or are they just picking their spots, Coach?
It looks like they're going to blitz more times than not, and I imagine they especially will this week.
Okay, Coach. Well, the very best of luck tonight against the Willow Springs Bears at Willow Springs. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger football. It is next.
Thanks for joining us for the Salem Tiger pregame show with Tiger Talk featuring Coach Barnes and Stan Stevens. Stay tuned. Tiger Sports comes your way next on KSMO Radio 95.7 and online at KSMOradio.com.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
Welcome to this KSMO media broadcast of Salem Tiger football. Today's game is being brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Salem Memorial District Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Parts, Monet Auto Supply, Progressive Ozark Bank, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Town and Country Insurance, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Ozark Overhead Door LLC, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust, Southtown Furniture, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Wilson Mortuary, Country Chic Boutique and Photography, J&D Automotive, Dent County Veterinary Clinic, Align by Design Chiropractic, Hometown Mechanical, Town Screen LLC. And now, get ready for Salem Tiger football right here on KSMO Media.
Welcome to Willow Springs, Missouri on a beautiful night for football. It's the Tigers and the Bears in SCA play. And Salem looking for that first win of the year. And they're going to look for it against the Willow Springs Bears team coming into the game with a 2-3 record. Should be a great game, and this was their homecoming tonight here at Willow Springs. So all the festivities are over. We're about ready to get this game underway under an absolutely perfect night here in Willow Springs. This is Stan Stevens bringing you Tiger football on a Friday night. Rick has the night off, And we hope that he's enjoying the night off. And the Willow Springs Bears and the Salem Tigers will match up tonight here in SCA play. This is an old rivalry. You know, they put a new bleacher system in here at the City Park here in Willow Springs and really have done a tremendous job. And I don't think we thank them enough. We've been here before, and, you know, the field is in the same location, but they did a tremendous job with the field. It's in excellent shape. And the press box and the bleachers and everything around here, the concession stand, the locker rooms, they have done a tremendous job here at Willow Springs. A tip of our cap to them for improving Pulaski Field here at the City Park here in Willow Springs. So that goes out to them before we get things underway here tonight. Salem looking for that first win. It's been a hard battle this year. They have struggled with the youth. They've made some mistakes, and every time it seems to make a mistake, that seems to come back and bite them. And I know the Tigers would like to turn that around. We're halfway through the season, and they are still looking for that first win. Not used to that in Salem, but these kids are learning as we go, and we're just hoping that very soon here it just kind of all falls into place, and they'll start playing the kind of football I know Coach Bryson Barnes is expecting them to be able to play. So tonight the Willow Springs Bears, they're missing one of their key running backs as well with Nathan McDaniel. He is out, a senior at 5'10", 155 pounds, one of their top running backs. He will not be playing tonight. Instead, they will have pretty much running the ball most of the time will be Gavin Ferguson, also a senior at 5'9". And their quarterback, who's a very, very good athlete, Rother McTaylor, he also was senior, 5'7", 170. He is built. I mean, this kid is strong. He's got a low center of gravity, and the Tigers will have to be on top of their game to watch him. He likes to hide behind his line. You know, years ago, if you are a Salem Tiger football fan from way back when Robert Howard was our quarterback, he'd get behind those big linemen, and he'd just scoot along there, and you couldn't see him. The next thing you know, he's coming out around the end, and he's gone. So Rothermick has the same kind of maneuvering. He's got the same, I don't know, quite the same kind of speed Robert Howard had, but he's definitely a very, very good athlete. And look for him to try and make some plays out of nothing. That's the kind of athlete that he really is. So as we're waiting for the coin toss here, Tigers will be in their white uniforms with the navy blue numbers, navy blue pants, navy blue helmets. The burgundy is Willow Springs. It's all burgundy. They got the white numbers, white helmets, and the white stripe on the pants going from the hip all the way down to the knee. So Willow Springs won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So Salem Tigers will be receiving the ball first, and now we'll determine which goal they will defend. The goal to our, I'll say, northwest, or the goal to the southeast. And which would they like to choose? All right, so Salem is going to choose the southeast to defend, and Willow Springs the goal to the northwest. So Salem will receive the ball here shortly to get this one underway. Why not take a look at some of those starters here for the Salem Tiger offense?
Caden DuBois, junior.
Ruben Hovey, sophomore.
Jamal Metcalf, junior. Matthew Stokes, freshman.
Braden Atkinson, junior.
Cole Corson, senior.
Wyatt Martin, junior.
Joe Griffith, junior.
Owen Hamilton, junior. Caleb Ingram, senior.
Wyatt Campbell, junior.
Ray Cunningham. So it looks like the Tigers are going to be moving some different people in and out. We'll be anxious to see how that works and see how the Tigers approach this contest. They'll get the ball first. Let's see if they can put together a great drive like they did against Knobnoster back in week 2. That was very impressive, and that's what we're hoping to see tonight for the Salem Tigers. Wyatt Campbell goes deep down the middle. Hovey wide to the left side, and Metcalf wide to the right side. Doing the kicking for the Willow Springs Bears will be Scooter Osborne, and it's a short kick. Comes down into the hands of Ingram, and he'll get it back to the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Salem Tigers to start things out. Caleb Ingram getting that short kick right around the 34, and is able to move up the sideline to the 40. First and 10. Ball at the near hash mark of the 40-yard line. SCA high school football on Friday night. Don't forget those for the Cardinals. They'll be having now on delayed basis here on KSMO. And the single setback. Tigers with double tight end set and 2 receivers to the near side. The boys fumbles the football and it's still loose, and I believe the Bears have it at the 35-yard line. A handoff to Owen. He got hit as soon as he got the ball. It came loose, and the first play from scrimmage ends up in a Salem Tiger fumble, and the Bears get it at the 35-yard line. So immediately the Tiger defense has to come on the field. Splitting wide to the right side goes Michael Butcher. 2 receivers to the left, Frigga and Kohler. Rothermick gets it, rolls back, looks to throw. Ball hit, he was tipped, and it's incomplete. Chandler Brakefield trying to reach up for it. Good pressure from the outside by Caden DuBois. He got back there on Rothermick, who is a southpaw, and got a piece of his arm as he tried to go deep. That ball then wobbled like a wounded duck, but Chandler Brakefield could not come up with it. Again, Butcher wide to the right side along with Frigga. Single setback to hand it off, trying to get to the outside, getting a big hole, turning the corner, getting a first down and more, a gain of about 15, number 30, and that is Gavin Ferguson, a 15-yard run and a first down, no flags down.
Knocked out of bounds by number 12, Ingram. Good enough for a Bear first down, taking it down to the
ball on the far hash mark. Rothermick gets it, tries to throw it out very quickly. He does. It's complete for a gain of about 3, getting it out there to Kohler. About a 3-yard gain. Going no huddle here. Second down, about 7. Rothermick gets it again, wants to hand that ball off and does, and getting some nice yardage down to about the 10 is Ferguson again. And he's very close to a first down, but a flag is down around the 14. And it's going to be holding against the Bears. So flag thrown at the 14-yard line. Ferguson did get down to the 10, but that won't count. We'll give him a 3-yard gain. And then a 10-yard penalty for the Bears. Moving the ball back to the 24, second down, and right around 13. Rothermick keeping it himself, trying to go to the left side, has a big hole, turns to the outside, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Rothermick goes in from 24 yards out, and the Willow Springs Bears get on the board first after the Tiger fumble. Well, I know that's not what the Tigers had anticipated, but, boy, you fumble in that first play, and you're really, really putting yourself into a hole right off the bat. 1 minute into the game, Willow Springs has the lead. Coming in for the point after will be Thomas Sidovich, and the snap is back. The kick is up. He drills it. It's good. Sidorovich with the point after. And it's a 7-0 game, just that fast, here to start the contest. So a 24-yard run by Rothermick. Taylor goes right up the middle. And, or Taylor Rothermick, and he did a good job of reading his blockers and then just moving to the outside and taking it in for the touchdown. So 5-play drive covering 35 yards and the touchdown. So the Tigers will receive again. Again, just 1 minute in to the game. Osborne a kick again. This one a little further. Comes back to Campbell at the 18. Campbell to the right side, trying to read a block, goes back again towards the right side and gets back to the 32. Gain of 14 back on the return. Salem has it 1st and 10.
With the return, bring it out past the 30.
Salem will start right around the 31.5, 32-yard line.
Warren Ennis.
Well, they can't turn the ball over.
At their own 32, it'll be 1st and 10 for the
That has been a problem with Salem. When they turn the ball over, they do not have a high success rate of stopping the opponents. Brakefield, the fullback. Owen, the deep man, handed off to Brakefield up the middle, and Chandler will get maybe a yard. Second down, 9 yards to go. Trying to find a little hole up the middle. There was none. Willow Springs really bottled that middle up. Osborne got up in there, and he just kind of just got in the way. Put his body out there, got in the way, making Chandler have to readjust, and there just was no room. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, as Du Bois in the gun. Wants to run himself, and he'll dive forward, and he'll get no gain. Not much running room. Following up on that tackle for the Bears is Marcus Tinsley. They'll bring up 3rd down, 9 yards to go still, so no gain for Du Bois on his first carry of the night. Metcalf wide to the left side, Campbell wide to the right. Again, Brakefield at fullback on a 3rd and 9. Rolling to his right, Du Bois looking down the field, fires it deep, has a man wide open. It's Campbell, but he's out of bounds. Had he even come down with the ball, he would have been across the sideline. It'll bring up 4th down and 9, and Salem will have to punt. Wyatt kept following the ball, and it kept drifting out of bounds. And so the Tigers use up only 1:25 of the clock. And they'll be back to punt as Metcalf will do the punting. And Taylor Rothermick goes back. Right around his 35. 4th down, still almost 9 yards to go. So no choice for the Tigers here but to punt. Snap is back, a good line drive kick. It goes off to the side, so no return here. Ball's going to roll down to about the 27-yard line. A nice punt going all the way from right around the 33. About that, a 10, 20, 36-yard punt to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Tiger defense on the field. Let's show you that Tiger defense.
Caleb Ingram, senior. Wyatt Campbell, junior. Josh Owen, senior.
Ruben Hovey, sophomore. Chandler Brakefield, sophomore.
Caden Du Bois, junior.
Jamal Metcalf, junior.
Cole Corson, senior. Wyatt Martin, junior.
Braden Atkinson, junior.
Bears come out, split 3 receivers out quickly. Rothermick in the gun. Gets it. Gives that ball off up the middle to Ferguson. Big hole. And Ferguson gets about 10 up to the 37-yard line. Right up the gut. And it is a 1st down. Ferguson with another big gainer. He's got 28 yards on the night. Another 1st down for the Willow Springs Bears. They go, again, very, very quick up to the line. They want to throw that ball quickly. They do across the middle and in and out of the hands of Ryan Kohler. Kohler had it, dropped it on the slant. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Keeping it is Rothermick himself, and he's not going to get much. He may get a yard. Tigers were reading that one, and from behind, coming up making the play was Braden Atkinson. It'll bring up 3rd and still about 9 yards to go. Give him a gain of 1. So Taylor Rothermick faking it to Ferguson, then trying to go around. Atkinson read it, got him from behind. Frigga in the backfield with him. They hand it off to Ferguson. It looks like he might want to throw the ball, and flags go down. Looked like a legal motion on the Willow Springs Bears. They'll call it a false start, but it actually was motion. Make it third and about 14. Two men in motion, same time. Bringing the play in is Taylor Rothermick after visiting with head coach Travis Payne. Kohler coming wide to the left side along with Ferguson. In motion. Rothermick wants to throw, gets a little bit of pressure, gets away, still trying to dance his way up, and he's caught after about a 5-yard gain. As Hovey came up, made the tackle, it'll bring up 4th down and 8. Rothermick had room to the outside, to the far side of the field, but I don't think he could see out there as he was getting pressure and had to cut it back toward the middle. So bring up 4th down and just about 8 yards to go. With 8:19 and counting, and a flag was down. I did not see the flag, and it's a holding call on the Bears right at the placement of the ball. And the Tigers, I guess, are going to take that, make it a 3rd down. Nope, are they just going to decline it? They did decline it. Make it 4th and 8. Metcalf will drop back deep. As the Bears go into punt formation. Snap comes back. They're going to fake it, and a flag goes down first. Dead ball foul, that usually is on the offense. And it is a false start called on Willow Springs. Saw some movement, didn't know if it was a drawn off. So makes it 4th and 13. As Ferguson goes back to punt. Snap is back. Ferguson's kick is a good one. Comes toward Metcalf, takes it on the run, the 32-yard line. Dances his way through 3 tacklers, through 4. He's to the 50-yard line, down the left sideline, and gets tripped up, and a flag goes down at about the 42-yard line of Willow Springs. That looked like a deliberate trip, and I don't know if that's what the call will be, but Metcalf just watched his legs get just taken out from underneath him. It looked like a leg swing, but that's... Again, that's just from our vantage point. We had a bunch of blockers in front of us. Let's see if that's what the call is. Personal foul against the Salem Tigers. That's not what they called. So they'll take the ball from the 42 all the way back to the 50-yard line. But not a nice return by Metcalf. That was almost 35 yards. So they move the ball back to the 49-yard line. And a heck of a return down to the 30, about 37. Heck of a return by Metcalf. He really burst through those first 3 tacklers, and then was able to follow the blocks to the outside. Unfortunately, the flag goes down right at the very end of the play. And now they're going to reassess that penalty and move it back to the 44-yard line. I was going to say they had the ball at about the 42 unless they were going to give them more yards than I saw. And then they realized their mistake. Still a 15-yard penalty. Keeping it is Du Bois on the option. He's going to be taken down behind the line. Ferguson read the play well. He tried to go to his left. And Caden runs into nothing but burgundy jerseys. It'll be virtually no gain.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
Second down, 10 yards to go, 44-yard line of Salem. Clear night, beautiful weather. Great football evening here in Willow Springs. 7-0 Bears on the Rothermick 24-yard run. Du Bois goes under center. Rolls to his right, gets pressure, throws it across the middle. Caught and dropped by the Tigers. Coming across, Caleb Ingram had it, dropped it. That would have been good for at least 7 or 8, if not a first down. But he dropped it. Over 2 now, Du Bois. And it'll bring up third down and just about 10 yards to go. 7:21 to go first quarter here in Willow Springs. Tigers do trips to the right, tight to the line. Du Bois has it, rolling, fires it across the middle, and it's intercepted, picked off there by Kohler. Kohler still trying to dance his way downfield, gets to about the 40-yard line, a return of 13 yards, and the second turnover by the Tigers. Kohler read it. He saw that Du Bois rolling to his right, can only throw to his right, trying to get it to Ingram. Threw it right into the hands of Kohler, who cut right in front of Caleb. Took that ball and returned it down to the Salem Tiger 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Wide to the right side goes Michael Butcher. Rothermick goes under center. Goes in the gun. Gives that ball off to Ferguson. Big hole up the middle. Ferguson with about a 13-yard gain. Down inside the 30 to the 29. I only give him about 12. They're going to mark him a little bit short of that. But another first down for Gavin Ferguson. Third first down to them in the first quarter. Again, they go without a huddle. Slot right. Rothermick off to Ferguson again, and Hovey takes him down after a very short gain. Rubin got right in his way, maybe no gain at all. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. So 5 carries, 40 yards for Ferguson. Here in this first quarter, 6.5 to go. 7-0 Bears. Have the ball, the Salem Tiger 29-yard line. High snap, Rothermick fires it out. Intended, that ball might be a fumble. Nope, they're going to call it a forward pass. Almost looked like a lateral trying to get out to Frigga. And Ryan Frigga couldn't handle it, so he dropped the ball, and so it'll make it a 3rd down and just about 10. Frigga and Butcher wide to the right. Kohler wide to the left. Again, Ferguson single setback. They give it to Ferguson, trying to get to the outside, and a flag goes down on a face mask. Tigers got the hand around the face mask, and that's going to draw the penalty. Saw that happen accidentally, but doesn't really make a difference. A gain of about 3. And actually, they're going to call it on the Willow Springs Bears, so maybe the Tigers get away with that. You saw the hand of the Tiger player get into the mask, but they didn't call that. They're going to call holding against the Bears. So a 3-yard gain for Ferguson, and then a 10-yard penalty. Move the ball back to the 36-yard line and bring up 3rd and 17. 2 receivers to the left. Frigga in a slot. Back to throw Rothermick. Flips that ball out to Ferguson. Ferguson trying to turn it upfield. He does. And he gets about to the 20-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down. But it'll bring up 4th and about 2. About a 15-yard gain. And a nice catch by Ferguson. And 4th and 1, and Frigga gives it to Ferguson. First down and more as he gets down to the 15. Again, without hesitation, they get up on the line quickly, and the Bears have now a first down at the 15-yard line. But is there a player? There's a player down. That's Ferguson, and he's not getting up. And the coaching staff coming out there. Ferguson carried that ball, and then after the tackle, tried to get up and went right back down. And he's being looked at. Let's hope it's just a cramp. He's at the 15-yard line. Nice carry by Ferguson. Needed to get 2, and he got 6. He's been running the ball well. 7 carries, 49 yards here in this first quarter. As they are addressing the Willow Springs Bears player, let's go ahead and take a 30-second break and return. 7-0 Willow. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831. 7-0 Bears are helping Ferguson up. He's definitely limping on that right foot, and he's being helped off by the training staff. We hope he's going to be okay. He's had a good night to start things out. He's got another first down for the Bears, their 5th of this first quarter. They lead at 7-0, and they're knocking at the door again at the 15-yard line. So his right foot definitely, or ankle or knee, definitely an issue right now. So they'll have to put somebody else. They already have their number 1 guy, Nathan McDaniel. He's out. So Marcus Tinsley is now in the backfield. Hand off to Tinsley. Big hole up the middle. Tinsley gets down to about the 7. A gain right up the middle of 8 yards, maybe 9. They'll spot him down closer to the 6. The boys got him to go down, but 2nd and 1 at the 6. Tinsley had a quick burst in his first play from scrimmage. Rothermick takes the snap, hands that ball off to Tinsley. Tinsley is down at about the 1. They did not mark him in. They'll say he's down at the 1. A gain of 5. It's 1st and goal. From about a foot away. Frigga checks out. Extra tight end checks in. Osborne goes in the backfield as well. Give it to Osborne. Osborne in for the touchdown. Scooter Osborne goes in for the touchdown. A 1-yard plunge, and the Willow Springs Bears have increased their lead to 13-0. After the interception, again, 2 turnovers, 2 touchdowns. That has really been a big problem for the Tigers. The snap is back, and the kick is up, and I think it's good. It just made it over. Sidorovich gets it to go over. It didn't make it by much, and it got up in the air. Looked like it got partially blocked, but it made it. And the Bears lead this one 14-0 with 4:23 yet to go in the first quarter. You know, it takes a lot of sponsors to make our broadcast possible, to bring you the video streams and the audio. We want to thank some of those broadcasters, or I should say supporters of our broadcast, like Dane County Vet Clinic, J&D Automotive, Hometown Mechanical, and Aligned by Design Chiropractic. These sponsors help make us possible, and make it possible to bring you Tiger sports and activities from the town. And don't forget about our score bug down there. See on the very bottom, tells you what the score is. That's being brought to you by your Ozark Overhead Door. And again, I want to thank Zane and their gang down there. They do a tremendous job. Ozark Overhead Door and Denton County Vet Clinic, J&D Automotive, Hometown Mechanical, and Aligned by Design Chiropractic. Great sponsors bringing you Tiger sports. 2 turnovers, 2 touchdowns for the Bears. Tigers are going to have to protect the ball, but they're going to have to get some of that offense going. The kick is a short one to Campbell at the 21. Campbell at the middle has a hole, trying to get through, and it gets out to the 45-yard line. If he'd have broke the 1 tackle, I think he might have taken that one all the way. But Perry Younger got a hold of him, would not let go, and Campbell brings it all the way back to the 45-yard line, a return of 22 yards. Salem has pretty good field position to start out on offense. They trail it, though, 14-0 here in this first quarter. The boys at quarterback going to be the setback. Tigers put Metcalf wide to the left side. 2 receivers down at the bottom. Snap is back. Owen gets the ball. A little hesitation, and he is hammered. Loss of 1. Josh Owen got that ball, tried a stutter step move, and he was taken down for the loss. Osborne shot the gap, and he was in there, and no place for Josh to go. 2nd and 11. Salem just needs to get a couple of good, strong plays on first down, get some kind of momentum going. Campbell and Cunningham to the left side. Du Bois has it, fires it through the middle, and it's almost intercepted again. Intending that for Cash Howard, coming up almost. Kohler almost got his 2nd interception. Kohler very aggressive. Watching the eyes of the quarterback, Du Bois just followed Howard, and boy, I tell you what, you start looking at these guys who've been playing a few years, and Ryan Kohler, a senior at 6'1", he saw that, and he immediately took off of the Cash Howard and the ball, and Cash never really had a chance to catch it. So 3rd and 11. Du Bois back to throw. Here comes the blitz. He's going to really have to run. Gets away from most of it, throws the ball out of bounds. That's going to be intentional grounding. If the official gets his flag out. Nope, he does not. I guess he says that Ingram was close enough, so Tigers dodge a bullet there. So we got 4th down and 11 as Du Bois just threw that one into the Bear bench. Ingram was about 15 yards up the field. So going back now to receive the punt will be Ryan Kohler. Normally that's Ferguson's job, but he is on the sideline. Snap is back, and the kick's a good one. Right at Kohler. He has it at the 22. Kohler between 3 guys, dances to his right, and will dive out to the 37-yard line. From the 23 to the 37, 38 as they're going to mark him down. That's a 15-yard return. 1st and 10 for the Bears from their own 38. First quarter action, 14-0 Bears. A Taylor Rothermick 24-yard run and a Scooter Osborne 1-yard run. And the points after by Sidorovich. Butcher and Frigga wide to the right side. Snap is back. Ferguson's back in the ball game, which is good to see, but he loses a yard. So Ferguson, who went out, came back in, but I think he's going to check back out. Rotherman keeps it himself to the outside. He has a lot of running room. Down the sideline, he's going to get the first down and more across the 50-yard line. He's going to gain about 13, maybe 14. They'll put him across the 50 to the 49. That's a 14-yard gain and a first down for the Bears. 2:30 and counting in this first quarter. Like they taped up the knee of Ferguson. He's on the sidelines right now. Back to throw. Rothermeck looks, flips it out, completes that ball outside, and going down the sideline, wearing number 22 is Tinsley, and Tinsley will pick up about 9 on the pass. Depends on where they spot him, right near the 40-yard line. So Tinsley with the 9-yard reception. Rothermeck 3 of 6 here in this first quarter. Snap is back. Rothermeck trying to keep it himself to get to the outside. A flag goes down, usually in the area of holding. On a 2nd and 1, no gain as Rothermeck is extended out, but a flag goes down at about the 46-yard line. On what was a 2nd and a long one is going to change as they'll move that ball back, holding against the Bears. I'm sure Salem will take that penalty. It'll move the ball back from the 46-yard line. So a loss of 4. And a 10-yard penalty for the Bears. They now have 40 yards in penalties on 5 flags. It's 2nd down and just about 15. Rothermeck wants to throw again. Looking deep downfield, going that way, and the ball is incomplete. Juggled out there by Kohler. He had it, bobbled it, and back to defend was Ingram along with Metcalf, and they both swatted at it, and that might have distracted Kohler, but a heck of an effort by Kohler. He is gassed. I think he might have lost some breath there. He's really struggling to get back to the sideline. He didn't want to come off, though. He's still trying to get his air back, the young man. So he might have fallen down and just taken all the air out of him. So it's 3rd down and still about 16. High snap to give it to Ferguson, trying to get to the outside. Ferguson still trying to get out there. The Tigers extend it out, and they take him down for a loss. Good play by Cash Howard to come up, about a 5-yard loss on Ferguson. So Gavin couldn't turn the corner. So it'll be 4th down and almost 20 for Willow Springs, and they'll be forced to punt. So Ferguson drops back to punt. So I'm surprised the young man must be okay, which is great. We're glad to see that. Metcalf drops deep for the Salem Tigers. 50 seconds to go first quarter, 14-0 Bears. Snap is back. The kick is a floater coming down to Metcalf at the 23. Metcalf taken down at the 34-yard line. He had one guy to beat. Tried to go right through him, and the guy brought him down. Give a lot of credit out there to number 8, Caden Woolsey. He just wouldn't give any ground, and Metcalf taken down for a return of about 10 yards. So the 35-yard line, 39 seconds to go first quarter, 14-0 Bears. Tigers back on offense again, but their offense has done very little. Du Bois 0 for 5, and the running game has a -1 yard. Salem has a -1 yard in offense. Metcalf goes wide to the left side. Cunningham out there with him. Du Bois in the gun. Keeps it himself, so has some running room. Dodges to the outside, gets across the 40, and jumps across the 45. He should have a first down. A gain of 11 for Caden Du Bois. Good move to the outside for the Tigers' first down of the game. And from the 46-yard line, Salem has their very first down with 25 seconds to go. Little fake to Owen, and then little counter to the left side of the field. And he's able to take it down across the 46 from the far hash mark. Du Bois gives it to Cunningham up the middle, and Ray will get a couple. Gets out to about the 47-yard line or so. They'll bring up second down, and we'll call it 8. And I didn't see a flag down, but there is one. So I did not see the flag, but they threw it down for what I heard the public announcer address say. He believes, he didn't see it either, for motion. So that's, a bunch of us never saw the flag go down. 1st and 15, ball the 41. Two seconds left in the first quarter. Campbell wide to the right. Handoff up the middle and getting about 3 yards. Looks like it's Ray Cunningham again. And that'll end the first quarter of play with a score. Willow Springs 14, Salem nothing. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
There's end of summer savings at K&H Auto Supply in Salem. Get Turtle Wax Ceramic Wash and Wax or Ceramic Spray Coating, $13.99 each. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner for $4.99 and Purple Power Hand Cleaner for $2.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Welcome back to Willow Springs. Stan Stevens bringing Tiger football on your Friday night. Don't forget the Lady JV Volleyball Tigers will be at Potosi for a tournament on Saturday. And on Monday, our Lady Tigers will be back in town to face the Bunker Lady Eagles. A varsity game only at 5:30. We'll be there bringing it to you on KSMO Media. Du Bois with a nice fake. Takes it to the right side and gets through. And a flag's going to come down. Definitely has to be a face mask because he gets the first down, a gain of 14. But definitely a pull of that face mask. Official threw the flag immediately. I don't think it could get called anything else this time because Du Bois' head came back. Unless they're saying that it wasn't the face mask that he grabbed, it was the shoulder. But let's see. Horse collar, okay. Well, same idea. So after the game, down to the 40-yard line. Where are they going? Calling the horse collar on the Bears. Why was the official taking the ball back against Salem? That's a new one on me. That should be added on to the play. It should be from the end of the run, which is a 14-yard run. It should be a 15-yard penalty. A little confusion out there by the official. So Du Bois, the 14-yard run, gets the first down for the Salem Tigers. Then the Bears with a 15-yard penalty. And 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 25. Caden under center, goes back, gives it to Owen. Owen trying to dance around the corner, beats one man, and then hesitates a little, but he still gets 4 yards. Josh trying to read that a little bit, but just needed to take off once he got around the corner. And he'll pick up about 3. Make it 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 24-yard line. Ball at the far hash mark here in the second quarter. 14-0 Bears. 2 touchdowns after turnovers by the Salem Tigers. Campbell and Metcalf wide to the left side. Cunningham the up man. Back is Du Bois. Wants to take it himself. Runs into his own man. And then runs in to the Willow Springs Bears. Making that tackle wearing number 50 to Isaac Murphy. Just about a gain of 1. But Du Bois ran into his own man trying to block out that way. And it didn't work out very well. As Owen didn't get the man out of the way, just kind of held him up. And he was the one to take Caden Du Bois down. 3rd down. We're going to call it a long 6. Play clock down to 7. In the eye. Du Bois rolls. Trying to take it himself. Trying to turn it up. Gets around the 21-yard line. A gain of a couple. But not enough. Will bring up 4th down. And still about 6. Now they're going to move him back to the 22-yard line. So 4th down and 6. So the Tigers got to go here for it on 4th and 6 to go. They need to get down to the 16. Near hash mark, 9:35 to go in the half. The Bears with 2 first quarter touchdowns lead this one 14-0. Du Bois and Tigers moved ahead of the snap. Josh Owen moved ahead of the snap, and that'll be 5 yards for Salem. He was right next to Du Bois and took off a count early. Either that or the center didn't snap the ball. That we don't know. Either one could have occurred. Now it's 4th down 11. Howard comes out. Coming in the ball game for the Salem Tigers will be Jamal Metcalf. He and Campbell go wide to the right side. They stay in the I formation. Du Bois going under center. 4th and 11. And now the Bears jump across, and that'll cost them 5. Well, the clock's not moving, but we're moving the ball. Well, the ball's moving back and forth right now. So this call going against the Bears. Moves it back down to the 22-yard line, so we're back to 4th and 6 again. 60 yards in penalties against Willow Springs on 7 calls. So 4th down, still 6 yards to go. Metcalf brings in the play from Coach Bryson Barnes. Tigers love to get on the board here. Campbell wide to the right side. Ingram in the slot right. Du Bois back to throw. Fires it across the middle. Ball tipped away, intended for Metcalf as Frigga got over there and knocked that one away. And the Bears hold on defense. No flags. Du Bois over 6. Throwing the ball. 9:18 to go. And the Bears have it at their own 22-yard line. The Tiger defense did a good job last time. Let's see if they can do it again. Kohler wide to the left side. Frigga wide to the right. Rothermick keeps it himself up the middle, has a big hole, and then gets to break 2 or 3 tackles and gets the first down to the 34-yard line. Just right up the middle. Had a big hole, and then the Tigers closed it. Ingram got there. A couple other Tigers got there as well. I believe hitting in there was Lucas Smith as well, but a gain of 13 for Taylor Rothermick and a first down. That's the Bears' 8th in this first half. Throws the ball out, intended out there for Frigga. Frigga gets it on the screen. He's got a wide open field down the sideline. Frigga to the 20, to the 10, and he's going to score. A 65-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Frigga. Rothermick got it out there. It was very high, and Frigga went up, brought it down, and the Tiger defender missed him, and he was off to the races. Thomas Sidorovich in for the point after. Frigga to hold. 8:41 to go in this the half. The snap is back. The kick is a high one, and it looks good, and it is good. 21-0. Willow Springs on top. And when the defender went after Frigga, when he went up for the ball and missed, it just opened up a wide hole. Frigga was the only one out there, and he took off, and the Tiger defense could not come back and recover to catch him up. 65-yard pass play from Rothermick to Frigga. And pretty impressive play. 92 yards now in passing and a touchdown for Taylor Rothermick. He is 4 for 7, 92 yards and a touchdown. Here in the second quarter, 21-0. Don't forget, Cardinal fans, if you're waiting for the Cardinal game to come on, it will be on a delayed basis. We'll have that on right after Salem Tiger football here from Willow Springs. We hope you'll stick around for that. Do want to remind you, Salem will be at Mountain Grove next week. Take on the Panthers. That will be another SCA contest, and we'll have it right here on KSMO Media. Say hi to Rick Hoyt back home tonight. Thank you, Rick, for all you do. Well-deserved night off for Rick and Donna. Take the night and have some fun, do some things. Short kick comes back to the Tigers. Picking it up is Campbell, and Campbell will get hit, knocked down at about the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Don't forget, homecoming will be in a couple of weeks against Mountain View, who's having just a tremendous season this year. And that will be homecoming night, and then senior night will be the following night against Kabul, or the following Friday. And that is the end of the regular season. Hard to believe. Reuben Hovey in the backfield. Boys keeps it himself, and he'll get nothing. Willow Springs read that play. Jumping up there, making the tackle was Zeppelin Gilliam. He just took the boys straight on. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Caden with 7 carries, 27 yards. He has been the only effective runner for the Tigers here tonight. Willow Springs Bears with 8 first downs, Salem with 2. I'll make that 3. Excuse me, they have 3. 2 receivers to the right side on 2nd and 10. Hovey with that ball up the middle is trying to find some kind of room, and he'll get a yard. Getting in there first for the Willow Springs Bears. Warren Ennis, first one in there. Third down, still about 9 yards to go. DuBois rolls to his right, looking to fire the ball down, and the ball is knocked away. I believe it's intended for Cunningham, but knocked down out there by Ryan Kohler. To bring up 4th and 9, and Salem will punt again. The Tiger offense just cannot get untracked. And I know Coach Barnes is working and trying different things, but he has not found a solution yet. Metcalf has been a bright spot with his punting game. 7:03 left to go here in the first half. The snap is back. Kicks a good one coming down and taking it is Tinsley. Tinsley with a big hole up the middle and then cut into the Tiger tacklers. Ingram got a little piece of him there. Also for the Salem Tigers, getting in there, number 57 for Salem, and that was Gavin Sapal. A lot of youngsters out there getting some varsity action. Sapal just a freshman. So 1st and 10, but the ball at the 49-yard line of Salem. Return of about 11 yards, 12 yards for Tinsley. Kohler wide to the left side. Butcher wide to the right. Frigga in the slot. Ferguson in the backfield, along with Taylor Rothermick, their quarterback. Rothermick keeps it himself. Has a lot of running room. Gets a good block downfield from his running back. Still on his feet. Gets down across the 35 to the 33. He just followed the blocks all the way down from the 49 to the 33-yard line. A 16-yard gain and a first down. Campbell finally made the stop, but he eluded a number of would-be Tiger tacklers, but he did follow in a holding call against the Bears. Wow. Didn't see that flag either. Well, that was right in front of the Bears bench. No wonder I didn't see that one. So they will move that ball back to the Willow Springs Bears 47. So a gain of 6 instead of 16. Rothermick gives that to Ferguson. Ferguson to the outside and get down to about the 45-yard line, a gain of about 7. Maybe 8. They're actually going to spot him right at the 45. And Hovey with a nice play there to bring him down. Ten carries, 51 yards for Gavin Ferguson in this first half. 6:10 to go. Rothermick gets it, hands that ball off to Ferguson again, trying to fight his way to the near side where the bench of the Willow Springs Bears is, and he'll bring it a 3rd and 1 as he'll gain about 5. Third and 1 from the 40. Clock running, 5:40 and counting. Kohler and Frigga to the left side. Butcher to the right. Willow Springs Bears controlling the game on the ground, but they can throw that ball too. And right now they are going to throw it. They get it out to Kohler. Kohler down the sideline. He may take it all the way. And Kohler back against the grain, fumbles the ball in the end zone. Are they going to mark him down? They're going to mark him down, I believe, at the 1. Well, he says a Bear touchdown, but he never made it in the end zone. He's down at the 2-yard line. So from the 40 down to the 2. Well, could have been a touchdown. He didn't make it in the end zone. But they are calling it a touchdown. Obviously. Coming as a surprise to everybody here as that ball came out of his hand before the goal line. The kick is good, so the touchdown, a 40-yard touchdown at the 5:14 mark. Well, we've seen some bad officiating, but that one, you go back, I'm sure that ball came out very close to the goal line. And that ball's free before he goes over the goal line, and they did not signal a touchdown much. But I know Coach Bryson Barnes not happy with that call. So they are calling it a touchdown. Kohler, a 40-yard reception. And, wow. Saw that on replay again. I still do not see the touchdown call. That ball came out of his hands before the goal line. We saw that with Missouri last week, and they fumbled out of the end zone. That ball got fumbled into the end zone. That's what it looked like to me. And Sidorovich added the point after. 28-0 our score here with 5:14 to go in the half. So back-to-back touchdown throws of 65 and then 40 yards by Rothermeg. 5 of 8. Kickoff Tigers bring it back. A little bit of running room, breaking all the way through for the Tigers. Taking it down is Campbell, and he's going to score. Campbell, a kickoff return for the touchdown to put the Salem Tigers on the board. And that is a 76-yard return by Campbell, just down the right sideline, right in front of the Tiger bench. So here with 5:02 to go in the second quarter, Wyatt Campbell takes it all the way down for the 76-yard touchdown return. Metcalf in for the point after. The snap is back, and the kick is partially blocked. But it still goes over, and it's good. We'll take it any way it goes. Metcalf got the kick up. The hand got up there, touched it, but it didn't deviate the path. And right now it's a 28-7 lead for the Bears. Well, 5:14, they get a touchdown, and it took just 12 seconds later for Wyatt Campbell to bring it back 76 yards for the touchdown. Really caught me by surprise because I saw him running against just a whole graze of players over there right in front of the Tiger bench, and he somehow emerged at about the 38-yard line and absolutely was behind everybody. So Wyatt Campbell with a spark here for the Salem Tigers. Make it 28-7. Still 5:02 to go in this first half. I really don't think Wyatt did much of anything but run straight down the sideline. And just appeared that he would just get pushed out of bounds, but never happened. And the Tigers are on the board. So Stokes ready to kick it off. The kick is fairly short. Comes down, bounces, comes down to Ferguson. Ferguson back the other way. Bounces off a would-be tackler and gets out to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears. First and 10 right at the 35-yard line. See the Tiger defense here can shut down the Bears. Get that ball back. Bring it to an end 2-score game at halftime. Let's see if that can be done. Right now, though, they've gotten burned on 2 just kind of sideline passes for touchdowns back to back. Handoff up the middle and trying to find a little bit of running room was Ferguson. He gets about a yard. Cunningham came up. He got some help there from the Salem Tigers by number 53, Wyatt Martin, who got a hold of the shoes. So a gain of maybe 2. Second down and 8. Rothermick on the near hash. Keeps it himself. Big hole up the middle to the 45, and he'll get the first down out to the 48-yard line. That'll be a gain of just about 10 yards. They'll mark him at the 47. $69 yards now for Rothermick. Bears 10th first down in this first half. 4 minutes to go. 28-7 Bears. Hand off to Ferguson. Big hole. Ferguson to the outside being chased. He is not going to be caught. Ferguson, a 53-yard touchdown run to make it 34-7. 53 yards. He cut through, weaved to his left, and one man to beat. Could not catch him. As Josh Owen gave it his best effort, but Ferguson was by him with 3:48 to go. Sidorovich on for another point after. Snap is back. Frigga holds. The kick is up. It's high, and it is good. They're not pretty, but they don't care how they look, just as long as they count. 35-7 our score here with 3:48 to go in the first half here at Willow. Boy, you got to just admire Willow Springs' tenacity and staying on the ground when they want to. But when they throw the ball, the Tigers are backing up possibly a little too deep, and then they try and come up quickly. And the guys are coming up against the Fergusons, the Kohlers, the seniors learn how to avoid them, and then they just take off. And, boy, it's been a rough night for the Salem Tiger defense. 5 touchdowns in this first half, same as they gave up last week against the Ava Bears. And that is, right now, you just have to feel that they're on the field way too much. That Tiger offense just not being able to generate much of anything. And the only touchdown the Salem Tigers have actually took them all of 12 seconds to get on a Wyatt Campbell kickoff return. So 35-7 our score here. Scooter Osborne to kick it off again. And this one, again, down the middle, but this one off a little bit more to the Metcalf side. Metcalf down the sideline, but they do push him out of bounds at about the 42-yard line, unless he stepped out of bounds at about the 40. Let's see where they finally spot him down. And that is where they say he stepped out, 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Salem at their own 40. 35-7, Bears. Willow comes in with a 2-3 record, 1-2 in the SCA, trying to even that record up. So Ferguson with a 53-yard run, 111 yards on the night, and we're in the first half. That's a heck of a run, really was. Getting through the hole and then immediately veering to his left, and there was no one there but Owen. The reverse side handoff coming away is Cunningham. Coming away is, I did that again. Coming away is Campbell, and they'll pick up 3. Wyatt coming off the end. Picks up 3 yards, and it's 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Fake the handoff to Owen, and Campbell coming around from the right side all the way toward the left. 3:15 and counting here in the first half. Bears up by 28 right now. Salem will be at Mountain Grove next Friday night. Campbell wide to the right side. Metcalf wide to the left. Two players in the slot. The high snap to Du Bois. Gets a lot of pressure. He tries to throw it, and it's going to be intercepted at the 36-yard line. Not a good idea by Caden Du Bois. He flipped it out. The interception by Ferguson. He dove for it, and he takes it. He probably would have gotten a penalty, but Ferguson reads this and dives, and he makes the interception. That is the third turnover for Salem. Second interception by Du Bois. And Willow Springs has scored on every one of the turnovers by the Salem Tigers tonight. And they have 2:44 to do it. Ball to Salem Tiger 36-yard line. Caden trying to throw it away, but he was in the grasp. Times you just have to take the loss. Rothermick back. Throws that ball deep downfield, and the ball is incomplete. A little bit over the head that time of Kohler. Defended out there by Caleb Ingram. Bears going for the dagger right there after the turnover. Caden Du Bois does not like to take a sack. No quarterback does, but he has been called for a few intentional groundings by throwing the ball away. That time tried to do it again, and this time it was picked off. Rothermick gets it. Handing that ball off to Ferguson, who will get it across the 35. A gain of a yard. Bears with a lot of ground coverage here. Almost 200 yards now on the ground here in this first half. They lead it 35-7. Rothermick takes it to the outside. Nice tackle by the Tiger player Campbell coming up. If he gets around Campbell, he's gone. And Wyatt got him around the foot, brings him down. Will bring up fourth down. And about 7. A gain of only a yard for Rothermick. Now we'll give him 2. Again, no huddle with 1:42 and counting. Ball at the 33-yard line. Rothermick wants to throw. In trouble. Gets away from a would-be Salem Tiger tackler. Fires that ball down, and it is caught. And it's a first down by Frigga right at the sideline. That pass of 8 yards. They needed 7, and they get 8. And they'll get the ball at the 24-yard line. Heck of a throw by Rothermick. An 8-yard pass. Frigga with it. And the first down. Ferguson up the middle. Another big hole. Ferguson is going to score again. Ferguson with a 23-yard scamper. The same play he just scored on moments ago. And he gets another one. And this time he goes through. I do not believe he was even touched. Sidorovich in for the touchdown. So Ferguson, a 23-yard run with 1:19 left to go in the first half. Snap is back. Sidorovich's kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. Sidorovich with the point after, and it's 42-7. With 1:19 to go. Ferguson, another run, 23 yards. Goes through the middle, off to the left side. Has just one man to beat, and that's Josh Owen. And he ran past Josh into the end zone. 135 yards and 15 carries for Gavin Ferguson. Here in this, the first half. Taylor Rothermick with 6 out of 10 passing for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bears have everything rolling for them tonight. They have 11 first downs in that first half. They have had a good first half. You know, bringing you Tiger sports and other events locally takes a lot of sponsors. We want to thank some of those that make it possible for us to bring it to you, like the Dent County Vet Clinic, J&D Automotive, Hometown Mechanical, Aligned by Design Chiropractic, these people make it possible for us to bring you these contests and other events like parades, etc., all here on KSMO Media. I want to thank our friends Ozark Overhead Door for the score bug at the bottom of the page. Again, big thank you going out to Zane and the Ozark Overhead Door. Kick a short one, comes down to Hovey, but it looks like a little offside against the Bears. They'll be penalized 5 more yards. They'll bring that ball back, do it again. Well, the Salem offense just cannot get on track. They have struggled mightily. Metcalf, Hovey, Campbell. They're deep for the Tigers as Scooter Osborne gets ready to kick it off again. He's got to be getting tired. 42-7, Bears. And they will receive the second half kickoff. A short kick, and the Tigers pick it up. That's Howard, and he picks it up the 39-yard line and gets hammered. Salem will have it 1st and 10 at their own 39 or 8, one of the two, where they spot it down. Ball kind of off the side of the foot of Scooter. With 1:15 to go in the half, it's been all Bears except for the kickoff return by Wyatt Cunningham. The only bright spot for the Tigers in this first half. So the boys back. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. That is Cunningham. Back to throw to Boys. Fires it across the middle, and I believe that ball is intercepted. And it is intercepted by number 5, Ryan Kohler. He went down to get it. Wasn't sure he caught it. The officials are saying yes, he did. And so Du Bois throws his 3rd interception of the game. And the Bears have it again. They have scored on 3 of 3. Well, now, wait a minute. Roughing the passer called on the Bears. So roughing the passer called on the Bears. So the no interception. And for Willow Springs, 9 penalties at 8 yards. That'll be a first down for Salem. I did not see the flag. Nowhere did I see that flag. I apologize for not seeing the flag, but I swear to goodness that thing wasn't there after the interception was made, unless he threw it after the interception. But the ball is marked at the 47-yard line, and the Willow Springs Bear coach says, no, it's our ball. Well, no, not if you rough the passer, no. And that had to be a very late call by the officials. So wipe off that interception against Caden Du Bois. The penalty supersedes the play. And a Salem Tiger first down, and that is their 4th. Metcalf wide to the right side. Campbell wide to the left. Play clock down to 2-1. Du Bois gets it off with 1:08 to go. Fires the ball deep down the middle to Campbell. He has it at the 20-yard line. And a flag goes down late there on Frigga. So from the 47-yard line down to the 20, a 27-yard catch by the Tiger receiver. The first completion of the game. And a flag went down as Campbell went down, as Frigga's hand appeared to be up around the head. I'm not going to say what it was, but a flag is down deep as well, back at the 50. So a flag at both ends. So let's see what the call is. face mask against the Bears, holding against the Tigers. They offset, so we'll replay the down. Well, so take away the catch and take away the penalties. So it's still first down. Ball still at the 47-yard line with 1:02 left to go. You know, the officials are taught to throw the flag in the air at the location of the foul. These guys are not doing that. They're just walking over and dropping it. And very difficult to know when there's a flag should be thrown. It's not thrown, just kind of dropped. Du Bois back to throw. He's getting blitzed, gets away from that man. Now fires it out, intended outside for Josh Owen, but he missed him. Incomplete. The throw is high and away, and Du Bois got a pretty good shot in there. And a flag is down again. And again, roughing the passer against the Bears. Boys let it go, and he took a pop after that, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Bears. And they're racking up the penalty yards here tonight. So another first down for the Salem Tigers. That'll be their 5th. 95 yards on 10 penalties for the Bears. Ball at the 32-yard line with 55.7 seconds. 42-7, Willow Springs on top. Metcalf wide to the right side. Cunningham in the slot. Mendenhall out that way as well. They throw it back to throw. Pass is complete to Mendenhall. Mendenhall has it at the 25-yard line. That's as far as he's going to go, and then gets thrown back. A gain of about 6. And I believe Salem called a timeout. With the score, Willow Springs Bears 42, Salem 7. Will come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Close again on halftime. It's the Bears 42, Salem 7. 2 passing touchdowns by Taylor Rothermick. 2 running touchdowns by Ferguson. Scooter Osborne with a 1-yard plunge and Rothermick with a 24-yard run at the 1-minute mark of the game. And the Bears have dominated this first half, but they've had 3 Tiger turnovers to take advantage of, and they have done exactly that on all 3. So the fumble on the initial possession, that turned into a touchdown, and then 2 interceptions turned into touchdowns. First 2 on 5-play drives. The short interception for the short field was a 2-play drive. Du Bois under center on second down and about 4. He goes back to throw, rolls to his right, stops, fires it deep down the field, intended for Metcalf, but it was short and out of bounds. One out of 9 with 2 interceptions and 6 yards for Du Bois. His perfect pass to Campbell that went for 27 yards, taken off the board on the penalty. Still 37 seconds to go in the half. Du Bois in the gun, waiting. Snap is back, looking. Fires that ball out, gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham over the 20, gets the first down. A gain of about 6 yards again. Another first down for Salem. They go without a huddle here. 29 seconds and counting, and Du Bois spikes the ball. Tigers still have two timeouts. Well, that stops the clock as Mendenhall brings into play. Tigers decide now with 10 seconds to go in the play clock to go back and huddle, and now the officials reset the play clock. A little bit of confusion out there. Mendenhall and Metcalf wide to the right. Tigers with Cunningham and Owen in the backfield. Snap is back. Throw is incomplete as the receiver fell down. That was Mendenhall. He tried to cut to the middle and slid down. So incomplete. Bring up second and 10 from the 19. Tigers with 6 first downs in this first half, trying to get their second touchdown of the game. They trail it by 35 here at half, 42-7. Mendenhall going way out to the right side. Metcalf wide to the left in the slot. Cunningham, snap is back. Blitz is on. The pass is incomplete. Intended out for Ingram. I'll bring up 4th down and 10. And Du Bois is slow in getting up. They had a blitz on, and Du Bois fired the ball over top of the blitz, but he got a good pop, and Coach Bryson Barnes came out to visit with his quarterback, and on 4th down, the Tigers will possibly go with Cunningham at quarterback. Could go with Campbell. Could go with Metcalf. It's 4th and 10. 18 seconds left. And it looks like Wyatt Campbell's going to get the call. With 18 seconds to go. Mendenhall wide to the right. Cunningham wide to the left. Metcalf out there as well. Campbell gets it. Fires it deep in the end zone, and that ball is tipped away, and a flag goes down as Metcalf was right there. Good defense, but a little bit of interference, a little bumping out there as Frigga and Metcalf were battling for it, and the flag goes down in the end zone. In high school, they still mark it off 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, and on 4th down, that'll give the Salem Tigers a 1st and goal with 11 seconds. So Salem gets their 7th first down. The Bears keep on getting penalties. Ball at the 9. 1st and 10. How can it be 4th down? Okay. This is a spike ball. It doesn't have any yardage to it. Seriously? Cunningham gets it, fires it across to Metcalf for the touchdown. Campbell to Metcalf for the touchdown. And the Tigers, with 7.2 seconds left, get the score. Metcalf, 10-yard pass from Campbell. Metcalf will be in for the point after. Snap is back. The kick is up, and it is off to the side, partially blocked. And it's now 42-13. So the Tigers get the touchdown. the 8th touchdown of this first half by both teams. And there's still 7 seconds to go. Well, if you were in a hurry for this one to get over, don't be. An hour and a half in, this is still only the first half, and we're not done yet. We've had a total of 14 penalties. We've had 3 turnovers and a whole bevy of touchdowns. 8 of them. So Matt Stokes will kick it off. I'd squib it. But that's me. He's going to kick it down the middle. Picked up there by the Bears. Butcher, I believe. And hands it back to the 26, 27-yard line. That's where they'll start. With 2.2 seconds left. Metcalf, the 10-yard pass from Campbell. Two seconds remain. Take a knee and put this one down. 28 points scored by Willow Springs in this quarter. And the Tigers have scored 13. Rothermick has it, looking to throw the ball deep. Fires that ball deep, and the ball is tipped and knocked away. Ingram knocks it away. Ball intended out there for Frigga, but it was knocked down, and we finally have reached halftime here at Willow Springs. Our score, the Bears 42, Salem Tigers 13. We're going to come back in 3 minutes. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
Halftime here at Willow Springs, Missouri. It is homecoming tonight. And the Willow Springs Bears have really come out and, they've had an impressive night tonight. It all started back in the first half when the Salem Tigers, on their very first possession of the ball game, fumbled the ball. And it didn't take long for the Bears to capitalize on a Rotherham run. And it just all started from right there. And it didn't get a lot better as the half went on, as we go over some of the stats here in the first half. As you got to give Willow Springs a lot of credit. The Tigers made 3 turnovers. They took advantage of all 3 and turned those into touchdowns. And that's something the Salem Tigers have not really done yet this year. I think they've done that one time all season long. But it has happened to them quite a bit. And when you turn the ball over, and again, we talked with Coach Barnes about it, it's demoralizing, it's deflating, and you try and come back from it. You don't want to fumble. You don't want to get the ball in good position to a team. And when you do so, it's very difficult to kind of lift yourself back up. And you want to make it then, if they do score, you want to come back on your next possession and even that back out. Unfortunately for the Salem Tigers this year, their offense just has not had that capability of coming right back and scoring and offsetting that mistake. And so a lot of times when they make that mistake, they come out and try and do things that maybe, I don't want to say they're capable of doing, but maybe they're not used to doing. It's not part of their normal MO. And then the next thing you know, you have some issues with other turnovers, as then they compound. And then once that happens, then just things start to get out of control. In this game, Salem Tigers made a couple of good defensive stands in that first quarter. Though they did give up 14 points, both of them came off turnovers, 1 interception and then 1 fumble to start the game. So you take that away and you're thinking, okay, if they just hold on to the ball and then start to get the offense going, we'd have a fairly close game. But then the Willow Springs Bears changed up a little bit of what they were doing. They were running the ball, and then all of a sudden they decided they were going to throw the ball, and just a couple of short passes, and then they went to just a couple of little flares out to their wide receiver. It's just like a screen, just a wide receiver screen. That's all they were doing. And both times they ended up scoring on both of those, and one to the left, one to the right. And that really seemed to take a big bite out of the Tigers. Though after the second one, the Tigers did come right back on the kickoff return as Wyatt Campbell brought it all the way back, and it was very impressive. Unfortunately, Willow Springs came right back and got their own touchdown on a 53-yard run by Ferguson, who had checked out of the game earlier with a hurt leg, a right leg, and they had got that taped up around the knee, etc., and was able to go ahead and come back in the contest. So let's go over some of the individual stats here in this first half. For the Salem Tigers, Caden Du Bois had 7 rushes for 27 yards. Josh Owen, 2 rushes for 2 yards. Reuben Hovey had 1 rush for 1 yard. Chandler Brakefield, 1 rush for 1 yard. Ray Cunningham, a rush for 2 yards. And Wyatt Campbell, a rush for 3 yards. Total of 34 yards in rushing for the Salem Tigers. Caden Du Bois, 2 of 12 for 12 yards. 2 interceptions in that first half. And he was also penalized. He was not penalized, but he threw 2 interceptions and also was part of that fumble with Josh Owen on the initial play. Caden also got hit a couple of times pretty hard, letting go of the ball, and had drew 2 roughing the passer penalties. Both of those led to Tiger first downs. Then it was Wyatt Campbell coming in and throwing a really nice pass to Metcalf for a touchdown. 1 pass for 10 yards and that TD. As far as total yards there for passing, just 22. The Tigers finished the first half with 56 total yards in that game, or so far in the game. For the Willow Springs Bears, Taylor Rothermick 9 carries, 71 yards. Gavin Ferguson is 15 carries for 135 yards. And then Tinsley has 2 carries for 14 yards. Scooter Osborne, by the way, has 1 carry for 1 yard. So the Bears with 231 yards in rushing. And then Rothermick, 6 of 11 for 140 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. And a total in that first half of 371 yards for the Willow Springs Bears. Willow Springs, 12 first downs in that first half. Salem Tigers had 7. Salem had the only turnovers, though, 2 interceptions and that fumble. Salem had 3 penalties for a total of 25 yards. 11 penalties on Willow Springs for 105 yards. When we come back in 3 minutes, we'll go over scoring for you in that first half here from Willow Springs. That might take another half when we return. It's 42-13. We're going to come back in 3 minutes. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
No matter what, every morning, farmers go to work, doing what needs done. The work is unforgiving. The days are long, real long. They nurture, they grow, they harvest. When the day is done, sell the fruits of your labor to your neighbors on Town Screen.
When I meet a new loan customer, I try to drop everything that I was working on prior to them coming in my office and focus directly on what their needs are at the time, whether it be a new car, their first house. I focus directly on what they are telling me and what they are needing. And it doesn't matter if it's a small $1,000 loan or a $200,000 house. I try to treat every client the same.
Relationships. It's not just being on a first name basis. It's a partnership built on trust. This is Scott Ball, president of the Bank of Salem. Since 1883, the Bank of Salem has been serving our local community with a kind of personal service and professionalism that builds relationships. We've earned the trust of our customers with over a century of strength and stability, never once changing our name or compromising customer service. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Salem, visit our website, or download our free mobile app. The Bank of Salem, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Tiffany Bland with Salem Memorial District Hospital. Recently, there have been many changes within our local clinics and hospitals, and you may find yourself looking for a new provider for your children. At SMDH, we would like to reach out to the community to let you know that we do see patients of all ages. Most of our providers are family practice, which means that we have been trained to see well child visits as well as sick visits. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Welcome back to Willow Springs. Stan Stevens along with you here on KSMO Media on a Friday night football here from Willow. And it's been pretty much the Bears running this one. As we mentioned at the going over some of the stats at our first break after the halftime, it was Willow Springs Bears coming up with a turnover at on the first play from scrimmage. And I'll tell you what, 5-play drive from 35 yards out, and they went in on a Rothermick 24-yard run, 1 minute into the game, and Sidorovic's extra point made it 7-0. And the Tigers got the ball back and promptly stopped the Bears actually on the next drive as they could do nothing. A nice punt by Metcalf, a penalty on the Bears, and the Tigers held. Bears punted back the Tigers, but they could do nothing. And then they threw an interception. And then the Bears came back. 6-play drive, 32 yards. Second touchdown coming off that interception. Scooter Osborne goes in from the 1-yard line to make it 14-0 after the Sidorovich extra point. That's how the first quarter ended. Then the fun began. And then in the third quarter, the Salem Tigers and the Bears kind of played a little chess match. Nobody could really get anything done. And then it was the Bears getting the ball at the 35-yard line after a punt and a couple of penalties. Then a Frigga 65-yard pass. Now this is just a little flare out to their wide receiver. And the Tiger defender came up, tried to make the tackle, missed it. And then Ryan Frigga took off 65 yards down the right sideline. He scored at 8:41. And that made it 20-0. Sidorovich extra point made it 21. Tigers came right back through an interception and turned the ball back over to Willow Springs Bears. They got the ball at the 45-yard line, and then a two-play drive, a 40-yard pass to Kohler, very similar to the pass to Frigga on the other side of the field. Kohler took the ball, again had to hesitate, wait for the ball, got it. The Tiger defender missed the tackle, and Kohler took off down the sideline. Looked like he was short of the goal line from our angle. Even when I saw it on the replay, I still think the ball's out of his hand before he crosses the goal line. They called it a touchdown, even though I only saw one official put his hands up for all of maybe a second and a half. And then the point after was good, 28-0. So as everybody's sitting down after that, the kickoff goes to Wyatt Campbell, and he brings it back 76 yards in 12 seconds. And the Tigers are on the board. And right then it makes it a 28-7 game as Metcalf's point after is good. But it didn't take long, just another minute and 12 seconds. After the Tigers kicked it off to the Bears, 4-play drive, Ferguson 53-yard run. Sidorovich's point after was good. It was 35-7. Well, then the Tigers get an opportunity to try and do something, but they throw another interception. And this time, Ferguson on a 23-yard run goes in to make it 42-7 at the Sidorovich point after. But it was still a minute 19 left to go in the half, and the Tigers never say die. Come back, and Metcalf, a 10-yard pass from Campbell, who took over for Du Bois after he got banged up a little bit. 7.2 seconds left in the half. The point after was blocked, 42-13, and that's where we stand here at halftime. Whew. Lots and lots and lots of scoring in that second quarter. And so right now, the Bears will be getting ready to receive the second half kickoff. The Tigers of Salem coming back on the field. 42-13 our score. The Bears are back on the field, and we're going to take a 2-minute break and come back with the second half kickoff from Willow Springs when we return. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
Healthy Dane County and Titan Paving and Drainage present Casino Night at the Salem Community Center at the Armory on Saturday, November 5th. Blackjack, craps, roulette, and Texas Hold'em. Each person receives $10,000 in gaming cash for prizes to draw for at the end of the night. Advance tickets are on sale now. Dress in Kentucky Derby attire to add a little more fun to the event. Enjoy a night of professional casino action and fun while supporting your local community. For more information, call 729-8163.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
We're getting ready to start the second half. Don't forget, for you Cardinal fans, that contest will be coming up here at the conclusion of our game. We'll probably be joining that broadcast in progress with the length of our game here at Willow, since we're closing in on the 9 o'clock hour already, and we haven't kicked off to the second half yet. And so we watch it for that. Don't forget Cardinal baseball tomorrow night, 5:20. On KSMO, and then Sunday afternoon, 12:10, they are going to have a special presentation for Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina in their final regular season home game, and that will be on at 12:10. So they're going to have that whole presentation, the pregame show, and then they're going to get lead up to that. So we hope you'll be with us for that contest here on KSMO Radio. We'll be back on the air with our next broadcast Monday from the high school gym when our Lady Tigers take on the Bunker Lady Eagles in non-conference play. Stokes kicks it off. Ball comes down to the Bears. They do a little handoff to the outside, and Butcher trying to turn that corner, and the Tigers do not get fooled at all. Ingram stays right with him, brings him down to the 29-yard line. That's where Willow Springs will start out, 1st and 10. Okay, let's see what the Tiger defense can do. Against the Bears. The Bears are in the burgundy. Salem Tigers blue pants, white tops, white jerseys, the navy blue numbers. A little bit of Carolina blue stripe on the shoulder caps. On 1st and 10. Ferguson staying in there after he got his right knee wrapped after being hurt. Rothermick still a quarterback. Rothermick keeps it himself, flips it out, gets it across to a receiver. I have no idea who is. And Genado Dudko. And Dudko will get 11 yards and a first down. Dudko had not been in the whole game. Genadiah Dudko. And that pass is good for a first down. 11 yards. Handoff. And coming through is Ferguson, still on his feet, gets out near the 50. Gain of about 8. Ferguson had one guy to beat, couldn't do it. This is second half action just underway. Bears have gone pretty much no huddle all night long. They flip that ball out. Waiting for it out there is Kohler. Kohler is taken down for a little gain, but it might be enough for the first down. He only needed to get 2, and I think that's all he got. Ingram brought him down, but I think it's going to be enough for a first down. They haven't said so yet. Still haven't said so yet. Now they say so. First down for the Bears. Rothermick. And a flag goes down as Dudko moved a little bit. So, false start. Dudko wearing number 43, a tight end. Kind of stood up and went back down after being set. That's a no-can-do. 42-13 Bears with the lead. Just underway here in the third quarter. Rothermick trying to keep it himself. He'll get no gain. Brought down Salem Tigers. Getting in there quickly was Braden Atkinson. It's a no gain. Second down and 15. And now a player for the Bears, John Salter. He's trying to get off the field and not having good success doing so. Got a foot or ankle problem. Hopefully it's just a cramp for the young man, but they're going to help him off the field. He's really struggling with that right leg, putting any weight on it. And hopefully he'll be fine. John Salter is a senior at 5'8" and 250. He's a lineman for them on both the offense and defensive side. 10:25 to go third quarter. They're going to take him over to the bench, take a look at him. Second down. Still about 15 yards to go for the Bears here, just underway in the second half. Ferguson, the single tailback. Rothermick gives it to him. Big hole up the middle. He gets across the 50 to right around the 48-yard line. Gain of about 6. And Ferguson just keeps right on a run with 149 yards. Bring up third down, about 9. Kohler wide to the left. Frigga in the slot right. And a flag goes down again. Looks like a little movement again against the Bears. And it is a false start. Well, Willow Springs has had their fair share of penalties tonight. Now at 13 for 115 yards. Frigga and Kohler to the left side. Butcher to the right. Back to throw Rothermick. Wants to go deep downfield. He fires that ball out. It is caught, and that's going to be a touchdown for Kohler. A 40, make that a 53-yard touchdown strike. The Kohler Tiger defender slipped, and he was wide open. Kohler, 53-yard touchdown pass from Rothermick. And it's 48-13. That came at the 9:12 mark. Sidorovich is in for the point after. He's right now perfect from the extra point. That kick is no good. Falls short. So the PAT is missed. And it's 48-13. We'll have a running clock starting here after the kickoff. Unless the Tigers can reduce that deficit. Do want to thank every sponsor that we have that you see on the video streams as well as on the radio for making it possible for KSMO Media to bring you our contest here for the Salem High School and other local civic events. Those sponsors do include J&D Automotive, the Dent County Vet Clinic, Aligned by Design Chiropractic, and Hometown Mechanical. These sponsors are just some of the many that make it possible for us to bring you these contests and events locally right here on KSMO Media. I want to thank them big time. And also Ozark Overhead Door for bringing you our score bug here. We got a clock this year. In case you noticed, we actually have a time on there. You can see how much time is left in the third quarter. We want to appreciate the suggestions of our coaches. We try to incorporate those. Also, you see the starters on defense and offense. Also a suggestion of our coaches, trying to make it better for them and for you as well. Kickoff, fairly short one, is going to come down to Hovey. Hovey's got it at the 28-yard line to the outside. Hovey with a good move. Cuts back to the middle to the 46-yard line. Boy, when he made that cut, I thought he had a lot of open space. Willow Springs did a good job of recovering, coming back and making that tackle. Chandler McCulkin, he's just a sophomore, but I tell you what, that was a nice play by Hovey to do a little deking right there and then was able to keep his feet and go. Nice return up to the 47, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And again, the clock will continue to run now. 48-13 Bears. Kohler with 2 touchdown catches today. And Rothermick with 112 yards. At quarterback for the Tigers, it is Campbell. .212 yards in passing for Taylor Rothermick tonight. So 2-yard gain for Campbell. Second down, 8 yards to go. Mendenhall and Cunningham wide to the right. Cunningham in the slot. Metcalf in the left. Campbell gets it and wants to throw, and he's thrown down for a loss on the blitz by the Bears. Kohler got in there. He was the first one to get in and just kind of make things up, but there was a flag down on the far side. Flag down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe the Bears were offside. Maybe. And the penalty was against Salem. False start. They let the play go on. Usually on a false start, they don't let the play go on, but they did this time. And so they declined a penalty. 6:40 and counting. Campbell at quarterback here in the second half. They just started the play clock. Campbell gets it. Fires that ball deep downfield, and the ball is incomplete, intended out there for Cunningham. Possibly Mendenhall, but I think Cunningham, and it was overthrown. And it's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. So 4th down, 14 yards to go. Kohler is dropping deep as Metcalf will come in to punt. Bears are starting to make some substitutions now as Brandon Caden Woolsey comes in. 5:40 and counting in the third quarter. And now the Tigers have to burn a timeout as the play clock runs down. They didn't have enough men on the field. With 5:38 to go in the third quarter, 48-13, it's Bears on top. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Year's end of summer savings at K&H Supply in Salem. Get Turtle Wax Ceramic Wash and Wax or Ceramic Spray Coating, $13.99 each. Rain-X 2-in-1 Glass Cleaner for $4.99 and Purple Power Hand Cleaner for $2.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Salem Tigers, Metcalf back to punt. 5:38 remain third quarter. You heard right, third quarter. 48-13. The Bears have the lead. They drop Ryan Kohler back. Kohler with 2 touchdowns already in this game. I'm assuming we'll start to see some fresh jerseys coming in the contest. And we'll see. Metcalf with the kick, comes down. Kohler takes it at the 28-yard line. Has a burst of steam, but couldn't get any farther than the 38. And that is where the Bears will take over 1st and 10. Taylor Rothermick's had a heck of a night. He has 9 of 14 passing. He has 212 yards and 3 touchdowns. He fires another one across the middle, and it's going to be enough for a first down to Kohler. As Rothermick just going back, having all kinds of time. 225 yards now on 10 receptions. They stay in the gun. Keeping it is Rothermick himself across the 50 to 45, breaks to the outside. Rothermick runs right by Metcalf. Rothermick to the end zone. Touchdown for the Bears. A 51, make it 50, we'll go 51-yard run. And it's now 54 to 13. Rothermick with his second touchdown. 51-yard run. And Sidorovich will be in for the point after. Well, Rothermick gets over the 120-yard rushing mark. Snap is back. Sidorovich's kick is up high, and it is good. 55 to 13. It's been a Willow Springs Bears night here tonight at the Willow Springs Bears Pulaski Field here at Willow. A lot of crowd has stuck around for the Bears. A lot of Salem Tiger fans are still here as well. And it's been kind of rough the last couple of weeks. Ava last week with 35 points in the first half. The Tiger defense played much better in the second, gave up just 3 points. But here to start out the second half against the Bears, they pumped home 13 points already, and they lead it by a 55 to 13 score. A lot of long plays here. The last few touchdowns that they have had: 65 yards, 40 yards, 53 yards, 23 yards, 53 yards, 51 yards. So the Bears not racking up any first downs, but a lot of yardage. And right now, unofficially, with 225 passing yards, and as I mentioned, unofficially here, looking at the clock, about 280 yards right now. They're almost at 500 yards in offense. Low squibbler, Cash Howard will fall on it. Salem will take it over to the 37-yard line. And the clock will continue to run. It will be a running clock from the rest of this game. The Tigers may have to go back to the drawing board with a couple of things. Maybe take a look, and if the season's going to be a struggle, might be time to give some of these young guys a chance. Even more of the young guys a chance, I might have to add, because a lot of the guys are young already. Campbell goes back, rolls to his left, stops, and gets hammered, and finally gets thrown down to the 25-yard line. Ball comes loose, picked up by the Bears, and taken down to 2-yard line. He should have been ruled down. Don't know if he is, but they're going to say fumble. And the ball will come out. They're going to say fumble and recovered and taken down to the 2. The ball came out after he's already stopped in forward progress. So the Bears recover the third Tiger turnover. The ball is going to be at the 2-yard line with 2:30 and counting. And this is about as excellent a field position as you can get. Well, John Salter, who was injured earlier, he's in at fullback. They give it to Salter. Salter trying to make his way into the end zone. He's down to about the 1. 140 and counting. Rothermick again under center. Ball at the 1 yard line. Gives it to Salter again, and that ball may have come loose. Nope, he still hung on to it, but no touchdown, no gain. They'll line up and try it again with 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Hand off to Salter. Salter is finally in for the touchdown. Salter in for the touchdown with 1:04 to go in the third quarter. (61-13). Zadorowicz for another point after. So Campbell sacked. Ball comes loose. They call it a fumble after his forward progress had been stopped, and the point after is no good. And with 1:04 to go in the third quarter, 61-13. 48-point lead for the Bears here in this SCA game. Salem will be at Mountain Grove next week. Take on the Panthers. We'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO Media. So we still have 1:04 to go in the third quarter. The Bears have scored 19 points here with 3 scores. And Salter finally gets that touchdown. So another turnover for the Tigers and another touchdown for the Bears. 4 for 4 on turnovers. Wow. And as I mentioned, the big plays coming lately, until that touchdown, the last 5, all over 40 yards, every one of them. Short kick's going to come down, picked up by the Tigers' Hovey. Hovey will try and turn the corner, runs into Cash Howard, goes down about the 35. So with the clock running, 55 seconds and progressing down, Salem's going to fall to 0-6 on the season. We still have another quarter to play. But I don't think they're going to score 48 points in 12 minutes with a running clock. They have struggled here tonight. They struggled last week against Ava. And I know Coach Bryson Barnes is trying different things, but has not found a solution yet. 4 receivers in the pattern. Campbell at quarterback gets it, wants to throw right away. He does, and the pass is incomplete. Mendenhall taken down by Kohler, no flags anywhere. Now flag's going to go down against Mendenhall for unsportsmanlike conduct, I guarantee that. Yeah, another flag going down, and now we may have an ejection. I think Mendenhall was over that way. And I believe Wyatt Campbell has been ejected from the game. Because he is leaving the field. So we'll see what the penalties are. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Salem Tigers. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Salem Tigers. And I'm assuming that Wyatt Campbell has been ejected. Yep, they just show an ejection. So the third quarter has come to an end. The Tigers will be penalized. They had the ball at the 36-yard line. Well, they're going to be penalized 2 15-yard penalties. Which means the first one will take it back into the 20s, and it'll be half the distance from there. So the tempers are starting to get a little frayed here. Bears come back on the field. We haven't even got the third quarter's over. We haven't even switched sides yet. They're still working out the penalties here at Willow Springs at Pulaski Field. So the Tigers, who had a first down, they're going to mark off that 15-yarder, which will go back to the 21-yard line, and then they'll move it half the way back. All the way back to the 10. So 26 yards in penalties, and I believe the Tigers quarterback was ejected. Mendenhall had a beef. He got taken down by Kohler, but no call. Coach Barnes coming out and meeting up with the officials as they move to the other half. We played 3 quarters here at Pulaski Field at Willow Springs. Willow Springs 61, Salem Tigers 13. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Back to play, and Cash Howard now a quarterback. Flips it off to Josh Owen, who gets out of bounds at about the 16-yard line, maybe 17. It was 1st and 31. Anyway, the ball's out to the 16-yard line. A gain of about 6 for Josh Owen. So Cash Howard in at quarterback. Cunningham the up man. They flip it back again to Owen. Owen turns the corner, has a little bit of speed, breaks to the outside, trying to turn up the field. And he'll get to about the 27-yard line. And they'll bring up a third and about 20. Don't see any flags down there. So about to 27, 11, or about a 7-yard gain. No, about 11-yard gain for Josh. But still a long way to go for a first down. They have 4th on the clock. I don't know where they got that number. But they're going to go ahead and do it. Snap is back to Metcalf and no punt, and he gets off a high punt coming down, and that's going to hit and bounce laterally toward the Bear bench. It's touchdown, and the Bears will have it at their own 46-yard line. Let's see what players they come out with. 61-13, under 10 minutes left to go in this one. Penalties, by the way, were called after the play was over. That's why it was a 4th down play, by the way. So the Bears, looks like Dylan Ferguson will be in at quarterback along with Tinsley at running back. Dillon hands it off to Tinsley. Tinsley up the middle will gain about 5. Second down, 6. Dylan Ferguson, I'm assuming maybe the brother of our big runner tonight, Gavin Ferguson, who had a heck of a game. Freshman takes the snap, drops the football, falls on it. He'll lose 5. .820 and counting here at Willow Springs Pulaski Field. 61-13. Bears with 9 touchdowns. Count them, 9 in this game. Back to throw. Firing deep downfield, and the ball is caught at the 40-yard line. And dropped. Caught and dropped as the Tigers' Metcalf hit the receiver. And number 12, John Baugh, just a freshman, went up real high, got that ball, came down with it, but it got knocked out of his hands. So incomplete on the pass from Ferguson. Kind of wonder why you're passing with a 48-point lead, but got to get the kids some time, so there you go. Brother Gavin kicks it back to Metcalf, who has it at the 20. Metcalf turns to his left, goes to the 40, up to the 50. Metcalf by those guys, still down the sideline, still on his feet, runs out of bounds. Nice return. They're going to say from the 23-yard line up to about the 43-yard line. 34-yard return. Salem will have the ball in Bear territory at the, well, I'm going to say about the 42. 6.5 left to go in this contest. Salem 0-4 now in the SCA. You know, the game's not over. The game has already been decided. 61-13 Bears. Cash Howard going under center for the Salem Tigers. Will flip it back out to Owens. Had to jump back for it. Owens turns that corner to the 30. Owens to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Josh Owen. A 42-yard run by Owen, and the Tigers have 19. .5:59 remains in the fourth quarter. Metcalf will come in for the point after. Cunningham will hold it. Snap is a wild snap, goes through the hands of Cunningham. Picked up by Metcalf, who's trying to run to the outside. He may get 2 here. There's a flag down. A flag went down late. He gets the 2-point conversion, but a flag went down late, probably holding on Salem. Again, this is all on extra point. The snap was high. Cunningham couldn't bring it down. It went back. Metcalf picked it up, turned, pivoted, went from right to left, and got the 2-point conversion. However, a flag went down back at about the 18. And the official says pushing the back on the Salem Tigers. So we're going to do the extra point from the 28-yard line. I wonder if they'll still kick it. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. Right now, that would be a 45-yard extra point. I don't think we have anybody that can do that. So Cash Howard will come back out there. Not a lot of plays in the old playbook for an extra 2-point conversion from the 28. Down to 1 second on the play clock. Howard back. He throws the ball out, and the ball is caught by Metcalf. And good for about 12 yards, but still going to be short. 61-19 our score. And the Salem Tigers trail it with 5:59 to go. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break right now and come back to Pulaski Field. 61 for Willow Springs, 19 for Salem. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
The Salem Tigers will kick it off to the Bears after the touchdown by Owen. 42-yard run. Twelfth touchdown in this game, by the way. Scored. Kickoff comes back. Bears trying to run it back up the middle, and that looks like Ferguson. Gavin Ferguson in there for that kickoff, bringing it back up to the 35, 36-yard line. So the clock will continue to run. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Dylan Ferguson, their quarterback, their freshman, back in. Well, what a night for the starters, huh? Dylan Ferguson waiting, gets the snap, takes it himself, trying to turn the corner, and thrown down by Tigers. Ball comes loose. Are they going to say fumble? Or are they going to say he's down? They're going to say he's down. Griffith got in there and just flung him down like candy. There's nothing to it. Bears taking their time and going into the huddle. Snap's a bad one. It goes off to the side. Salem may have recovered that ball. And it is Salem Tiger football. Coming up with it for the Salem Tigers is Joseph Griffith. So Griffith comes up with a fumble for the Salem Tigers, the first turnover by the Bears in this game. With 4 minutes left, Salem will try to get on the board once again. Cash Howard, a quarterback. We'll have Ray Cunningham as an up back. Owen, a deep back. Owen just scored that touchdown. They flip it back to Owen. He has to stop to catch the ball. Now reverses his field up the middle. Owen still on his feet. Owen goes in for the touchdown. I think I saw a flag fly. I think I did, but maybe not. Something flew in the air, and they're going to count the touchdown. So a 23-yard touchdown run for Owen. He had to stop, reverse field. And the Tigers get on the board again with 3:21 to go. That is touchdown number 13 in this game. They'll go for 2. Howard under center. Back, fires that ball out to Metcalf for 2. Cash Howard to Metcalf for the 2-point conversion. And the Tigers trail at 61-27. So Salem has responded. And for those who wanted the game to end, unfortunately now it's a 34-point lead and not 35, and the clock will stop. While we have a pause in play, let's go ahead and take a 30-second break and return. With 3:21 remaining, this is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
Stokes will kick it off here as we return. Comes down fairly short, taken here by Marcus Tinsley, and Tinsley trying to return the ball. Brings it back to about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Again, the clock has stopped running because Salem has reduced that deficit to 34. 61-27 our score here tonight. Total of 13 touchdowns in this one. Who would have thought that coming into the game tonight? 13 touchdowns. And Rothermick back out there, giving the ball off up the middle and trying to find some running room. Is Ferguson again. So the starters are all back in. 12 yards for Ferguson. I'd kind of put the totals out for them thinking they were finished. That's not the case. And, of course, with the first down, stops the clock. So 1st and 10. .306 to go. Rothermick. Long snap count, but the clock's not running now. It is started. Hanging that ball off to Frigga. Frigga trying to end around. Frigga is going to get out near the 50. A gain of about 5. So 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Ball right at the midfield stripe with 2:25 and counting here. 4th quarter, with the Bears up by 34, 61-27. I remember a game in St. James with Owensville. I think it was 76-75, something crazy like that, just to get in the playoffs too. Like, nuts. Snap goes back, the handoff to Tinsley. Nope, keeping it is Rothermick. Rothermick gets the first down and more inside the 40-35. That'll be a gain of almost 15 yards, and the Tiger looks to be injured. slowed in getting up. So 15-yard gain by Taylor Rothermick. And a first down ball, the 35-yard line, 1:55 and counting. Tigers are having to place an injured player. Rothermick has it, wants to throw the ball, flips it out, getting it out there to their big tight end, and a flag goes down. And that's Dubko. Dubko would get the first down, but a flag went down around the 24-yard line. Officials gather with 1.5 minutes to go. Holding against the Bears. So it'll be a gain of 11 and a penalty of 10. So Rothermick with another completion. And a penalty of 10. So 1st and 9 with 1:18 to go. Hand off to Tinsley up the middle. Big hole. Tinsley to the 15, to 10, to 5. Touchdown. Tinsley scores on a blast up the middle. That'll be a 34-yard touchdown run. And the Bears add to their lead. With 1:04 to go in the game. Sadovich in for the point after. Sadovich, they fake it, go for 2, and Friga's going to go for the 2-pointer in the corner, and he's got it. Friga goes for the 2-point conversion. And that makes it 69-27. And that, my friends, was touchdown number 14 in the game. So Tinsley, a 34-yard run. He's got 63 yards on the night and a touchdown. And 69-27. While the teams get ready for the kickoff, let's take a 30-second break and come back. Tigers trail at 69-27. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Getting ready for the kickoff here. Scooter Osborne. He'll get another crack at it with 1:04 to go. And a very short kick's going to come down. And remember, that's a free ball. The Tigers just pounce on it. Over there is Cash Howard, falls on it. And the clock will now continue to run as we're back over the 35-point range. So Salem can take one snap, and that's it. Tigers come out. Bears come out. Nobody in any big hurry at this stage. Tigers will get off one snap here. I have very little room on my score sheet for another score. Back is Howard. Fakes the throw. Now throws it deep down the field. Intended for the Tigers. They get it. Metcalf has it and gets down to the 26-yard line, but time is going to run out. That 35-yard pass by Howard. But that will, Salem calls a timeout. Salem earns a timeout with 6.8 seconds left after the 37-yard pass by Howard to Metcalf. So Tigers going to still try to go for one more score in this one. Down by 42, 6.8 seconds left. That's a heck of a throw by Cash Howard. Cunningham, the up man. Flips it back to Hovey. Hovey trying to turn that corner. Rubin to the 10, to the 5. He's going to score. As time runs out, Hovey from 27 yards out. "27-yard run. And it's 69-33. Well, I have no more room on my sheet at this stage. On the 15th touchdown, and that's apparently going to do it. I don't think they're going to even go for the 2-point conversion or allow the conversion. That's it. Hovey with the 27-yard run. And that is going to end the game here with the Salem Tigers falling to the Willow Springs Bears by a final score of 69-33. We've got lots of stats to bring you, so we're going to take a 4-minute break, just wrap things up here from Willow Springs. This has been Tiger Football on KSMO Media. Back in 4 minutes. We'll see you then.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
No matter what, every morning, farmers go to work, doing what needs done. The work is unforgiving. The days are long, real long. They nurture, they grow, they harvest. When the day is done, sell the fruits of your labor to your neighbors on Town Street.
When I meet a new loan customer, I try to drop everything that I was working on prior to them coming in my office and focus directly on what their needs are at the time, whether it be a new car, their first house. I focus directly on what they are telling me and what they are needing. And it doesn't matter if it's a small $1,000 loan or a $200,000 house. I try to treat every client the same.
Relationships. It's not just being on a first name basis. It's a partnership built on trust. This is Scott Ball, president of the Bank of Salem. Since 1883, the Bank of Salem has been serving our local community with the kind of personal service and professionalism that builds relationships. We've earned the trust of our customers with over a century of strength and stability, never once changing our name or compromising customer service. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Salem, visit our website, or download our free mobile app. The Bank of Salem, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Dr. Tiffany Bland with Salem Memorial District Hospital. Recently, there have been many changes within our local clinics and hospitals, and you may find yourself looking for a new provider for your children. At SMDH, we would like to reach out to the community to let you know that we do see patients of all ages. Most of our providers are family practice, which means that we have been trained to see well child visits as well as sick visits. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Healthy Dane County and Titan Paving and Drainage present Casino Night at the Salem Community Center at the Armory on Saturday, November 5th. Blackjack, craps, roulette, and Texas Hold'em. Each person receives $10,000 in gaming cash for prizes to draw for at the end of the night. Advance tickets are on sale now. Dress in Kentucky Derby attire to add a little more fun to the event. Enjoy a night of professional casino action and fun while supporting your local community. For more information, call 729-8163.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
15, count them, 15 touchdowns in this one for both teams. And the last one scored as the time expired on the clock. Crazy game. I know there's no highlights to bring you. Well, maybe we'll sneak one or two or 50 in tonight. A lot of different highlights. Willow Springs Bears obviously got off to a great start. They recovered a fumble on the Tigers' very first possession, went in and scored in the first 1 minute of play, and that just started everything here tonight, and it just never let up from there. Taylor Rothermick had a heck of a night. He threw the ball 16 times, completed 11, had 3 touchdowns and 236 yards. He also ran the ball 12 times for 137 yards, and why not, had a couple of touchdowns there as well. So, you really had to compliment the guys, the way they play. He had just a heck of a game. Also, Gavin Ferguson, who got injured early in the contest, came back, and he ran the ball 18 times for 61 yards. Ferguson also had a couple of touchdowns in the contest for the Bears. Also scoring a couple of touchdowns for the Bears was their receiver, Ryan Kohler. Kohler took a 40-yard pass from Rothermick in the second quarter and a 53-yard pass in the third quarter, and scored on both of those. So a lot of different things. Frigga, who also won receiver, both of those guys named Ryan, by the way, he got a 65-yard pass in there for the touchdown. Also, Tinsley with a good run. He finished 4 carries, 63 yards, 364 yards in rushing for the Willow Springs Bears tonight. That's a lot of rushing yards to go with 236 on the air, 600 total yards offense for the Bears. And by the way, they did score a touchdown. John Salter scored a touchdown when they recovered a fumble at the 2-yard line. That was a very short drive. But all 4 Salem Tiger turnovers, the Bears scored touchdowns off of. And that's really, really played a major part in this game. So a lot of yardage for the Bears. The Salem Tigers, leading rusher is Josh Owen. He had 84 yards tonight. Josh had a pretty good night for the Salem Tigers. Had a couple of touchdowns, a 42-yarder and a 23-yarder in the contest. Reuben Hovey, he had a 27-yard touchdown as time expired. He finished with 28 yards. Caden DuBois, 7 carries, 27 yards. Wyatt Campbell, he finished with 6 yards on 3 carries. And a couple of Tigers Brakefield, Cunningham each had a carry to 1-2 yards. That's all they were able to muster tonight. Caden DuBois started at quarterback. He threw 12 passes, completed 2 for 12 yards, 2 interceptions. Campbell had a 1 for 2 with a touchdown pass of 10 yards to Metcalf. That was the first Tiger touchdown after the kickoff return, which we had that in here as well. And then Cash Howard threw the ball very well. He actually had a 35-yard pass to Metcalf and a 12-yard pass to Metcalf for in the two-point conversion effort, which was back at the 30-something yard line. They weren't going to get it. But nonetheless, he got the completion and the yardage there as well for the Salem Tigers. So this one was crazy. Just a crazy game. 4 turnovers. Salem Tigers had 5 penalties, 51 yards. Willow Springs had 14 penalties for 125 yards. Willow had 16 first downs. Salem had 7. You ready for the wrap-up and scoring? Do you have an hour? Well, here we go. With 1 minute gone in the game, Rothermich scored on a 24-yard run. Sidorovich, the point after, made it 7-0. And then it was Scooter Osborne scoring with 4:23 left to go in the first quarter after the Tigers could not generate any offense. A 1-yard run. Sidorovich, the point after, made it 14-0. The Bears increased their lead to 21-0 at the 8:41 mark on a Frigga 65-yard pass from Rothermich. Sidorovich with the point after made it 21-0. That lead extended after an interception. Kohler, 40-yard pass reception from Rothermich. He went in, and that made it 28-0 at the Sidorovich point after. After the kickoff from after that touchdown went to Wyatt Campbell, who brought the ball back 76 yards down the right sideline, right in front of the Tiger bench, and he scored, and that made it 28-7 after the Metcalf point after. But then responding right away were the Bears, and at the 3:48 mark of the second quarter, Ferguson scored on a 53-yard run after the kickoff, barely after the kickoff, after that touchdown to make it 35-7. Tigers, Caden DuBois then got picked off again, and the Bears scored again. This time a Ferguson 23-yard run with 1:19 left to go in the half made it 42-7 after the Sidorovich point after. But the Tigers weren't done as Metcalf took a 10-yard pass from Campbell right before the half. The point after was blocked, and the Tigers trailed at halftime 42-13. In the third quarter, a Kohler 53-yard pass from Rothermich made it 48-13. The point after was missed. Then Rothermich had a 51-yard run at the 4:06 mark of the third quarter, and Sidorovich, then he put the point after through. It was 55-13, but the Tigers were not done. But they still weren't up to bat yet. It was Salter who came in after the Tigers fumbled the ball after DuBois left the game. Campbell fumbled the ball, and the ball went back to the 2-yard line. At least they ruled it a fumble, and the Bears recovered it at the 2. Salter went in on 3 plays. Those 2 yards made it, added 6 to the score there to make it 61-13. But the Tigers came right back on an Owen 42-yard run with 5:59 to go. And then after a fumble, Owen scored again on a 23-yard run. A 2-point conversion was good, and it was suddenly 61-27. Then Tinsley came in with 1:04 to go and had a 34-yard run for the touchdown. Frigga's 2-point conversion made it 69-27, but the game wasn't over yet. Tigers got the kickoff, and Hovey was in from 27 yards out as time expired, and that made it 69-33. That's our final score here from Willow Springs and Pulaski Field. This has been a long one. I don't think anybody would have predicted this kind of score here tonight at Pulaski Field between Salem and Willow Springs. But the Salem Tigers fall to 0-6 on the year. They are 0-4 in the SCA. Willow Springs evens their record up 3-3, and they're 2-2 in the SCA. Next week, the Salem Tigers will go to Mountain Grove to take on the Panthers. They're going to have to tighten up this defense. There's no doubt about that, but they got to get the offense going and give that defense a bit of a rest out there. They were on the field an awful lot tonight. Well, I want to tell you, it was a long one, but we still got some Cardinal baseball coming for those of you who are still tuned in. Thanks to Krista here. Thanks to Ben manning the controls. Thanks to Jim back at the station. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Rick, we hope you had a good night off. You picked a heck of a night to take a night off. Anyway, nonetheless, we appreciate all of you for joining us on Tiger Sports on KSMO Media. Have yourselves a great weekend and good night from Willow Springs.
Thank you for watching this broadcast of Salem Tiger Football on KSMO Media. This game was brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Salem Memorial District Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Parts, Monet Auto Supply, Progressive Ozark Bank, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Town and Country Insurance, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Ozark Overhead Door LLC, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust, Southtown Furniture, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Wilson Mortuary, Country Chic Boutique and Photography, J&D Automotive, Dent County Veterinary Clinic, Align by Design Chiropractic, Hometown Mechanical, Town Screen LLC. Thanks to those fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Football on KSMO Media.